We had the two shortest tenures in the C-suite, but I think we're going to unpack a little bit of that, some of the reasons behind that today. Let me just have you dive right in. The topic was why B2B lead nurturing hasn't changed in the last 10 years. Why is that the case?
Yeah, we were speaking a few weeks ago about the changing landscape in go-to-market and technology revenue. And I just happened to mention this idea that 12 years ago, I was head of growth at Eventbrite. And more recently, the last 3 months or so, I've been diving quite deep into what hasn't changed with different revenue leaders. And one of the things that has come very evident is that the way people lead nurture has not changed in the 12 years since I was leading growth at Eventbrite, which is just absolutely crazy, right? We've had
So many advances.
the whole playbook around go to market seems to have been ripped up and rewritten what feels like every fortnight at this point.
And yet, lead nurturing is exactly the same as it was 12 years ago.
So the question is why? Why is this area of go to market being completely untouched? And I've got my hypotheses. So I think one reason that lead nurture has simply not been worked on to any great extent is that people are quite obsessed with filling the top of the funnel more and more, right? They look at, hey, we need more opportunities. So they work up the funnel and they go, okay, if we need more opportunities, we need more SQLs. If we need more SQLs, we need more MQLs. Therefore, we need more leads. And then they skip the bit in between that, which is why don't we just get those leads to MQL in a more efficient and effective way? And why don't we get more of those MQLs to turn into SQLs, which is a story we'll dive into in a minute. They skip right to the top and go, we just need more leads, spend more money. We need to go to our trade shows. We need to spend more on LinkedIn. We need to spend more on PPC. So I think one is that default mindset of we need more leads to drive growth. Okay, more is more. And that means they skip what feels like quite an easy win with lead nurture for those reasons. A second piece is that actually, until pretty recently, there's just not been any new technology within lead nurture. So your marketing automation platforms, HubSpot, Marketo, Pardot, Eloqua, the big four, they've been around for over 10 years, sometimes 15, 20 years. There's been no new players in the space, right? Almost no new innovation within marketing automation. So there's been a lack of innovation and technology to drive new thinking and new capabilities within that spot. And then I think the third one is it is just impossible to get away from. Sales and marketing misalignment means, again, often people are not focused on improving their lead nurturing. They're running around with their heads on fire, trying to generate more leads, or sometimes playing more political games, which is maybe a subject we can touch on a little bit further in the podcast.